Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you today about one of my favorite classes to not only attend but also to facilitate. So recently I was in Brazil attending a Global Foundation Rewrite. So that is a class created by, hi Alicia! Hi! A class created by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here, the founders of Access Consciousness, and it's one of the core classes of Access. And I love this class so much. I love what this particular class can offer, and I love facilitating the content. So the title for this video is Why Didn't Life Come with an Instruction Manual? So you know when you get like a new piece of furniture or something like that and you pull it out and you have like this instruction manual and there's sometimes photos and it shows you like this is if you put this here and this here and here's the screw you use and here's the screwdriver you use, and then you're gonna create something wonderful that you're really excited to have. And I was always wondering, how come life doesn't have an instruction manual? Like, how come we're supposed to just kind of go along and, you know, we have school and we have our parents and we have society and then we have TV, hi Dad, but they all seem to say conflicting things, and no one's ever really asking us what we know about it, and then you'll be following one path, but it's not working, and you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, but it's not working. It's like you keep trying to put the leg coming on the side of the chair because you were told to do that, but it's not working. You know it's not working, but you don't have an instruction manual for anything else. That is how I see this class. This is the foundation. It is a juicy, thick manual that we get to go through in class and talk about these topics that for me are like what would be the foundation of life and living. But really what this class does is it breaks apart, hi Jennifer, it breaks apart the solid foundation that you've been creating your life on that doesn't work for you. And then you get to create this magical, beautiful platform that actually does work for you. So it's like actually getting the clarity of, wow, when I put, for those of you just joining, I'm using reference to instruction manual when you have, like a new piece of furniture and maybe you've been constructing it in a bizarre way because you didn't have the manual as to how you're supposed to put this together. Okay, so some of the I'm gonna dive in here. I'm gonna give a little teaser. Like, whoop, you got this till you get to class. But some of the topics are the source of possibility called you. 4 sources for creation. Humanoids, humans. Are you curious about that? We'll talk about that later. Definition of words. Money. Hello. These are base topics that I realized as I started to go through foundation, and the more I facilitate it, at the actually greater clarity I get on these topics, I realized that I had learned money completely backwards. I was definitely putting the furniture in a way that was not going to work with the whole money thing, for sure. There's body processes in here to change anything. There's a whole section on gaslighting. That's a big topic. Creating energy flows, future, secrets, manipulation. There's another page, guys. Being a healer, the 10 keys to freedom, 5 elements of intimacy. Another thing, and I had everything backwards with the whole intimacy game. This manual showed me so much about what's possible with intimacy with myself, but also with other people, my business. There's anger and potency, 3 elements for creating a good relationship, elements of sex, creating financial awareness, X-Men, comfortable distance. There's so much in here. There's so much. And the reason I just have to talk about this today is because I have a couple foundations coming up, and I'm in this new space of possibility with them, especially after getting back from Brazil and the Global Foundation class there. And I can't wait to facilitate these topics and have these conversations with people about the elements of their life and creating their life in a totally different way. It's so amazing. So whether you're pulled to take a foundation with me or just pulled to take a foundation, please look into this. They call it one of the core classes of Access because it is to the core of the elements required to create that wondrous, magical, magnificent life that you know that you should have. And maybe in many areas you do have it, but there might be areas that it's not quite working. And it might just be because you didn't have the instruction manual and you got the furniture all backwards because you're trying to do it somebody else's way. This helps you do it your way, which is so phenomenal. So yeah, please check out the foundation. And if you have any more questions about it, you can reach out to me privately or any facilitator. You have to be an Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator to facilitate this manual. So find a facilitator, jump in, play with this content, play with this amazing class and see what shows up for you. Whether it's you're looking for something to change, you're looking for something to grow, these are the possibilities that are laid out in this exquisite way that's so pragmatic, so easy, but also juicy and energetic and yes. Jennifer said, foundation is amazing. So much changed for me after this class. I go through my manual so it pops. I can't wait to take another foundation class. Yes. And every time you take it, I mean, one, every facilitator will be different, but also it's the people that show up to the class, it's their asks that also develop that particular class. So I'm like you, Jennifer, I can't wait for my next one. I've probably taken, I don't know, over a dozen this lifetime so far and facilitated quite a few. So more and more. I remember my first foundation, I was really leaping blindly. I didn't quite get all this access stuff, but I knew I had to go to this class. I just knew it. I had a 3-month-old baby, and then I had a little toddler at home, and it was like insanity. It didn't make any sense in my world that I should be doing this, but I knew I had to go. And so I'm sitting there, and I remember getting this manual, breastfeeding my little guy, and I'm looking through it, and I'm like, I'm with the facilitator and I'm making notes, but I'm also reading ahead and I'm like, oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. It was as though for me, foundation was it was like being acknowledged for something that I didn't know that I knew, but had never been acknowledged for knowing. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, so, woo. That's just so, like, wow. Acknowledging that to you guys right now just kind of expanded something for me too. So thank you for being here and listening and engaging with me. I'd love to hear your foundation stories. What was your first foundation like? Or if you've never taken one, maybe you could share like what is either pulling you or what are you afraid of or what's showing up for you around that. I have a target to facilitate a ton of foundations all over North America. So what would it take? Hi, Lana, to do more of that and then bring these people together that are just leaping and choosing more and changing and yeah, new possibilities, people. So again, I have 2 foundations coming up. I have one in Kelowna, BC, Canada. That's my hometown. I haven't facilitated a foundation here for like a bazillion years. But I had a really beautiful, wonderful woman reach out to me and ask if I could do one. And then when I tried to get her to come out of town, she was like, I really want it here. And then I was like, okay, I might be resisting something. So I'm doing it. I'm leaping. Kelowna Foundation, here we come. And I'm also facilitating a foundation in Regina, Saskatchewan, which I'm so excited for. My host, Jackie, is just unreal, amazing. She's full of enthusiasm and kindness, and she's so brilliant. And so I'm so excited to go down there and see what we can create in Regina. I've actually had a dynamic pull to contribute to that area, And I didn't know what until she reached out and said, hey, would you come and facilitate a foundation? I was like, yes, that's it. That is what I've been aware of with consciousness calling. So we're gonna have a really good time. We're gonna go on a field trip. I guess there's like a fairy hill somewhere, and you guys know, if you follow any of my stuff, I love magic. So we're gonna go to Fairy Hill in Regina, Saskatchewan, and then we're gonna do an intro night with As If by Magic, and then we're gonna spend 4 days going through this delicious manual and with some amazing people that are leaping into this. Some of them their first foundation ever, so that's super, super exciting. So you're invited, and you're invited, and you're invited, and you're invited, and you're invited to check this out, even if it's not with me. Thank you. So grateful for all of you, and can't wait to chat with you again sometime.